Hey gang, welcome to another episode of Wisdom Wednesday from here in beautiful Austin, Texas. Hi, I'm Mark Sweeney, head dentist at Austin Dental Spa, right here in the center of the beautiful state of Texas. And if you're tuning in for the first time, we do this every Wednesday on Facebook Live and Instagram, and we do a little fun scientific facts about dentistry usually, or oral health, and then we do a health tip of the week, and we do every Wednesday about 5:30, 5:45, and this is the last one in the month of May. And the reason I had the flashlight is our theme for the month of May was light, let it shine, let your life shine. And so I shined the light. I can already tell you what June is going to be, but I'm not going to till next week. Next week, Wednesday will be June 1st. So we'll introduce our theme for June. It's going to be fun. Think rhymes. But anyway, we're going to talk today, not only is Wednesday, which is one of my favorite days of the week because it's hump day and I get to do Wisdom Wednesday, but it's also, today is National Wine Day. Now, I don't know who comes up with these national holidays, but National Wine Day, we're not going to miss that. It's almost as much fun as National Margarita Day. But did you know that there are good things and bad things about wine and oral health? We'll get to those in just a minute, but I wanted to let you know that winemaking has been around for thousands of years, specifically 8,000 years. Scientists found somewhere over between Russia, where a lot of stuff's going on right now, between Russia and Turkey, so a little to the east of all the craziness that's going on in the Ukraine, is a country called Georgia that used to be part of Russia, and like the Ukraine, declared their independence, and they're stuck between a rock and a hard place between Russia and Turkey. But a lot of historical stuff has happened over in that area, and the scientists, archaeologists dug up this vase in the center of the country of Georgia, and dated it, carbon dated it back to 8,000 years ago. If you look closely up here, you can see the little cluster of grapes, and then down here there's a dancing man. So imagine those two things together. They already had figured out 8,000 years ago how to ferment grapes and make wine, and then drink enough of it that they got crazy and started dancing in their caves. So pretty interesting stuff from, again, 8,000 years ago. But they had these pottery jars apparently filled with wine, and then I guess they sat around the campfire just like people do in modern time and drank. So anyway, we're going to talk about what's the good things first. The good things that come from wine. Well, alcohol kills bacteria. That's a simple one. But alcohols contain, this is not just me making this up, this is from the Journal of Agriculture and Food Chemistry. So that's a scientific magazine, that red wine can decrease tooth decay. In their research, scientists tested the biofilm, which is the sticky stuff that grows on your teeth just normally from living every day, breathing in and out, eating food. Bacteria around your teeth create a little sticky substance as they break down the food that's left stuck between your teeth and form this nasty looking stuff called biofilm. That's what my hygienists spend all day cleaning off people's teeth every day. That's why your teeth feel so slick and smooth after you've just had them cleaned. But if that biofilm builds up enough, it has food particles on a miniature level and bacteria in there. And if it's the wrong kind of bacteria, they cause gum bleeding and all that stuff. Anyway, that's biofilm. What they found is that after exposing biofilm to red wine, they found that it removed the bacteria, or it disabled the bacteria. So not just any bacteria, mainly the Streptococcus mutans that occur in most biofilms. And they're the ones that also cause decay in between the teeth and are one of the many that cause gum disease too. So they wanted to look into it a little further. So in this study, they took compared the effects from two polyphenols, which are chemical compounds that are found typically in red wine. They got $10 names like scientists tend to use. And then they also use grapeseed and red wine extract. I didn't even know they made red wine extract, but people apparently don't want to go straight to the extract or the concentrate. But grapeseed extract has long been known to help gums, to make people with gum disease tend to do better and not be as debilitated by it. So they expose all three of those things: the red wine extract, the grapeseed extract, and these two polyphenols to biofilm with bacteria that had already been introduced into it in a lab. And they all four killed the bacteria, but the polyphenols did it better than either of the extracts did. So a little bit of red wine around your teeth is going to not only kill the bacteria, but it's also going to decrease the stickiness of that biofilm. It kind of ate it away somehow, but without hurting the teeth. So those are good things that can happen to wine, from drinking wine. Not only that it gives you a little bit of a wine buzz. I'm going to talk about buzz killers in a little bit. Anyway, that was the good. Now, the bad. First of all, red wine can stain teeth. We see that all the time. Heavy red wine drinkers, heavy coffee drinkers, they come in with stains down usually along the gum lines of their teeth. But red wine can stain your teeth. Red wine and white wine also have pretty good amount of sugar in them and a pretty good amount of alcohol in them, 12 to 14% by volume. So, that can be a good thing and a bad thing. It's, everything in moderation, the old saying. So here's a few tips to keep red wine from staining your teeth. First of all, and buzz killer number one, brush your teeth after eating and before drinking wine. Well, that takes some of the fun out of it. Most people want to drink wine while they're eating, but I'm just giving you the scientific facts. That is a possible way to keep the red wine from staining your teeth, is to eat and then brush and then have your glass of wine. Buzz killer number two, use a straw. I would move away at a bar from somebody drinking wine through a straw, especially red wine. White wine drinkers get a little more leeway in that, but red wine drinkers drinking through a straw, not so much. But the straw would help people. Like when we whiten people's teeth, we're like, if you got to have coffee or red wine, drink it through a straw today, just so you don't get it on your newly whitened teeth, because they're like little sponges for a couple hours afterwards. Anyway, red wine's not really a beverage that people would normally drink a red wine through a straw and still keep their friends. So that one of their suggestions was drink sangria, which has red wine in it. And sangria is kind of, at least in Texas, socially acceptable to drink through a straw because it's got ice in there, it's got fruits in there, and holding it up to your mouth, all that stuff bumps into your upper lip. So there's a potential out, less of a buzzkill, number two. Number three, eat crunchy foods while drinking. Now there's a good one. Pretzels, vegetables, crunchy vegetables. You get those. Carrots. Carrots are great for helping clean your teeth because they're just crunchy enough that they scrape the side of your tooth naturally as you're biting into a carrot, and they kind of self-clean, like scraping ice off a windshield up north. Anyway, if you're drinking red wine and you're eating carrots, that's another potential way to help. And that's not a buzz killer, that's a neutral. Eat cheese. There's another good one. Cheese and red wine go together in a lot of people's minds. And so you can actually help keep your teeth from staining by eating cheese while you're drinking your red wine. And you don't have to get the straw out. And number five, chew sugarless gum. Some people don't like to chew gum while they're drinking red wine. I think manufacturers are missing a huge opportunity. They should come out with a sugarless gum that has red wine extract in it, since we talked about that they do actually have red wine extract. And then you're killing two birds with one stone. But that's another one. The chewing gum, same as the carrots, has a friction up and down on the teeth, and not only stimulates saliva, which can help. So that's another neutral. Drink water with your wine. Minor buzz killer. They're saying sparkling water, that alternating a sip of wine and then a sip of sparkling water will actually kind of decrease the possibility that the wine could stain your teeth. And if you happen to spill some on your white shirt, you take that sparkling water and scrub your shirt, and the wine comes right out. So it's a good one on two different ones. And number 7, use teeth wipes. I've seen these things. They look to me about the size of hemorrhoid pads, so don't get the two confused. But they do actually make teeth wipes over in the dental sections in the big box stores that come in a little container. Usually they have some kind of flavoring or scenting to them, and you just open the container, pull one of them out, and you can actually wrap them over your finger and scrub on your teeth. They're meant to be used if you're on the fly and you don't have access to a toothbrush, or you're out in public. It's a little more subtle to just go like that with those tooth wipes and then toss them. But don't get them mixed up with your preparation H pads. And then finally, and this is one I can wholly agree with, no buzzkill here, teeth whitening. Zoom whitening takes red wine stains out. No problem. Hour and a half, most people get 6 to 8 shades whiter. So there's another possibility. So there's 8 ways that you can decrease the possibility of red wine staining your teeth. I didn't add number 9. Drink white wine. Chardonnays are pretty damn good, and you don't have to worry about the staining. You still got the alcohol and the sugar, but no red wine stain. My health tip for the week. So I hope that's been helpful information and a little bit humorous for you. My health tip for the week: drink 1 glass of wine a day, 2 if you must. But how was that, Jenny? 2 glasses of wine a day. And if you don't drink alcohol, there are non-alcoholic options. This January was the first time I heard the term mocktail, but a lot of bars and restaurants in Austin have come out with this no alcohol January for people who had a really big holiday season, and they drink mocktails. And there are several wines out on the market. I can't speak to that because I haven't personally tried them. If I'm going to drink wine and people are going to see me drinking wine, I'd rather drink the real stuff. But they do have 0 alcohol wines out there that are non-alcohols, obviously. So just like they do with beers. So you can have your wine and drink it too. So so here's to your health: a little bit in moderation, a little bit of red wine a day is actually, they've done studies to show that it stimulates your cardiovascular system and might help decrease the plaque in your system. So happy National Wine Day, and I will see you next week for the first version of June's Wisdom Wednesday. So long. Happy National Wine Day.